Well, Fox 4 is working for you this week, and we're partnering with the Kansas City Metropolitan Bar Association to offer free legal advice in honor of National Law Day.
And joining us this morning is Kit Frazen. She's already blowing our minds with some banter before
Seriously, she
segment.
has so much information.
It is Ask a Lawyer Week. So good morning, Kit. Tell people who don't know, what's Ask a Lawyer Week?
So Ask a Lawyer is a telethon put on by the KCMBA, the bar association here in town, and it's sponsored by the Young Lawyers section. So it's going to be some folks tonight through Wednesday night answering any phone calls from 5 to 8 p.m. And there's all sorts of topics, whether it's estates or criminal or civil. We're just going to be there to point people in the right direction, let them know what legal resources are available, and really help in any way that we can.
You know, I think this is such a great service because there have been times when, you know, we've dealt with something or other in our lives and we're thinking like, is this something people can sue for? Can I get some kind of legal action for this? Is that a majority of your calls?
That is almost all of them. So many people just don't know what rights they have and what to do next. So a lot of times it's really just getting them in touch with the people who they can go forward and get the help that they need. And sometimes it's just simple as, hey, here's what the law is, here's what you're allowed to do, here's just to keep you informed. So we get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I always love this week in this event because I have relatives who are lawyers. I have a first cousin, but I always feel a little weird asking him, you know, because it's kind of like asking, you know,
the doctor, like, can you look at this thing on my arm?
Yeah, so this is a great way. You don't have to feel bad getting free legal advice.
Exactly. So rather than ask your cousin or your neighbor or whoever, you can call up tonight, ask anyone. You can, you know, it's fairly anonymous, so call with the embarrassing questions. We're there to help. We're there to answer. There are no silly questions. This is exactly what it's for. So I love that you said that. That is the exact reason we're doing this.
And so when people call you, do you guys also guide them towards certain resources or certain law firms or lawyers, or is it just basically, yes, you have a case?
So we kind of divvy it up by what's going on. So every situation is so different. So rather than send someone to a specific lawyer, we're going to let them know, starting with kind of big picture resources. So, hey, if you want to learn more about what's going on, or if you want to learn kind of the ins and outs of your situation, I'd recommend reaching out to, maybe it's the ACLU, maybe it's the Better Business Bureau. And then if it gets to the point, we have a full directory of lawyers in the Kansas City area. So the KCMBA has a KC Lawyer Finder. So if you need help, we can absolutely point you in the right direction that way as well.
Nice.
All right. And there's the number. Oh, can we put the number up there again, Nathan? I just wanted to give it a shout out there. The number to call Monday through Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 8:30, 816-994-3933, or just check out fox4kc.com/law. Really great service.
Yeah, Monday through Wednesday of this week. So yeah, this is the time. Start writing down the questions that you have. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. I love being here, and I really hope I get to talk to some folks who tuned in this morning. And thanks again for having me. We really appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate you guys. So you might get some questions from us too.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thanks, Kit. It's almost time for